Rational Team Concert Enterprise Extensions presents CLM Configuration Utility for z/OS using utility jobs, Part 4 of 4.
One of the other options is the utility jobs. There are certain jobs that are created, such as password creation jobs, which use the repo tools. So for this we can generate a job, and again it'll use a skeleton and it'll apply all of the parameters that we've entered throughout the configuration utility to allow us to run this job. There are a number of utility jobs provided, such as reindexing and export and import. We also provide an installation verification process, which will use again the parameters that we provided, and by pressing enter we can then select what we want to run an IVP against. So we can run all of these. We can suppress information messages if we wish. So we'll just run the IVP for everything. And this will tell us what's wrong, hopefully. So we can see here it gives us some information, space information, and then system information on the machine, and then specific information for the various things we've configured, so the rational build agent. And it gives warning messages if things aren't configured correctly, and so on. The last option I'm going to mention is the gather debug info, which may be useful for level 2 to capture information about a customer's environment. By running the gather debug info, we will capture all of the logs that the users already created from their config utility. It'll also capture config files, log files from the HFS, and various other IVP information. So by just pressing enter, we will run the debug information report, and it produces a small report telling us what it's done. Because we didn't actually create any logs yet, there are no logs, but we've got the configuration directory's contents, as well as the various logs that we've ran, completed, they're copied. And then it creates a fixed block 80 binary XMIT file for the customer to send to IBM support. If we take a look at the contents of that data set, we can see what's been created. So the report that we just looked at, the contents of the IVP that we showed you a few moments ago, all of the log files, so the specific log files as well, and this was from the racf command, and then 2 zip files that contain the configuration files and the log files. We also provide a regexec that will unzip the configuration files. So if we take this member and go to option 6, we have to enter a temporary data set, a temporary HFS location to unzip the files to. Press enter. It'll find Java if it exists, and then it unzips the various directories. From there we can go and look at what we unzipped. And we can see now we have the contents of the Etsy directory from the customer site, and we can then see their files. So hopefully the configuration utility will make configuring CLM and RTC a lot simpler for customers.
This concludes the demo.